Hello, Aiden here with Lead Free Cleaning Academy, and today I want to piggyback off of yesterday's topic. And yesterday we were talking about moving up the value creation ladder from selling your cleaning services and products to moving up towards selling green, and then from that selling sustainability. So today I want to start moving up that ladder, if you will, on green cleaning. So, what is green cleaning? Here's what it's not. It's not using green products. That's what a lot of people think it is. And that is a piece of it. But it's not just using green cleaning products, as in chemicals. It's using green cleaning cloths. It's using green cleaning. It's using green machinery. It's using green practices, green procedures. It's a whole bunch of different practices together that offer us a green position. But the outcomes of using these products, of using facilitating and executing these procedures, is that the outcomes that you're delivering are three primary outcomes when it comes to green cleaning. Now, when it comes to green cleaning, the three primary things we're working on, what we're doing, is we're helping the customer, number one, is improve the indoor air quality. Now, indoor air quality is becoming more and more of a concern that the World Health Organization recently labeled as a growing concern on indoor air quality. So the environment in which we live, think about it for a second. How much do we live indoors now than we did 20, 30, 40 years ago? If you have young kids, sometimes it's hard to get them outside because there's so many gadgets now that they can play on their video games and what have you in the house. Okay, but so in the house in a building is a cesspool of poor air quality, from the air filtration systems to the perfumes, the underarm deodorant, the carpet cleaning chemicals, the varnishes on furniture. All types of different things play and contribute to indoor air quality. So our job in the cleaning industry, as we're moving up and trying to get away from just selling our products and service and being a me too and adding more value, then we need to focus on the green cleaning as the next step. And one of the primary things of green cleaning is improving the indoor air quality. Now, we can go right down that rabbit hole at another time, but there's things to look at. So let me give you a very quick example. A few years ago, I was in a building going to get my hair cut, and I went in, there's an elevator, and I took the elevator up. And as I came down, somebody had cleaned the hallway. It was just an empty hallway, and it had a huge pine smell. So much so that it was overpowering for me. So I stopped and I shot a quick little LinkedIn video about it. Now, just as I finished that video, a lady walked in and she said, do I ever wish my house smelled like this? Smiled and got into the elevator. I just finished talking about how bad it was for the place to smell like pine, but the customer that walked in liked the smell of pine because it smelled clean, it smelled fresh to them. The issue with that is that fragrance, the VOCs, volatile organic compounds that are in the air, we're breathing in. The residue in carpets, the floor finish on floors, the air fresheners, everything in that building contributes to poor indoor air quality. The air filtration system, all of these things contribute to poor indoor air quality. And as you walk in, you have your underarm deodorant, you have your perfume, you have all of these things. You're just one person, and someone else comes in, you have all these different fragrances and things, and people cleaning and everything contributes to the indoor air quality. So consider and think about indoor air quality, because that is huge. The other thing is health and safety of the workers. So when we start talking about indoor air quality and poor indoor air quality, it impacts the health of the employees and the patrons of that facility. So I'll give you an example that happens quite often to me. Is I will go into a building, many times it's like a restaurant, and I'm sitting there. And as I'm sitting there with somebody, I start to recognize that I have the sniffles. And sometimes I feel a little groggy and what have you, but I definitely feel like as if maybe I'm getting a cold. But I didn't feel that way 10 minutes ago. So what I've come to realize is that when I'm in the building, I'm now sensitive to these things, and something has made me sniffly. I don't know what it is in that building. I can't identify it because I'm not there long enough. However, it's a few things. It could be the filtration system. It could be the waiter, waitress's perfume. It could be the residue in the carpets. It could be many different things. Something is contributing to me feeling sniffly and feeling a little kind of groggy or a little slower. My cognitive function is not quite there. And someone will say to me, "Oh, are you getting a cold?" Okay, that type of thing. However, the minute I leave, within 5 or 10 minutes, I'm driving as an example, and I feel normal again. I don't feel that. So there was something in that facility, that restaurant, that was bugging me. Now imagine what that does to the workers every day that are in there. And so it's impacting their health, their cognitive function. And there's so many things we'll get into down the road, what that's doing. But what it's doing is it's impacting their health. So poor indoor air quality is impacting the health and the safety of the patrons and of the employees. Now the third piece is regulatory, right? The regulatory compliance. So when you are utilizing green practices, you are removing some of the regulatory pressures that organizations feel. Now, there's other words for this regulatory that I'll get into in other sessions. And I don't want to ruin it today. But let me give you an example. If you walk in and someone is using products that are harsh and high in alkalinity, as an example, then they need to make sure that that bottle is labeled properly. They need to make sure they have the proper SDS sheets. They have to make sure all these things are in place. They have to make sure that if they're in a care home and Mr. Jones falls, that they lock up the products before they go help him, because of the potential health factors, and the products are fall out of regulatory compliance. So that is a liability potential to the facility, because someone's using a harsh product, and the ramifications of that, of not having the proper SDS sheets, of having the improper products and identifications, can cause issues. So starting from a green perspective, just the 3 things you want to look at is indoor air quality, health and safety, and regulatory. So look at that is when you're walking into a facility and you're going to try to sell your services and your products for that matter, that what you're doing is you're looking at the building more like a doctor. Instead of just walking in, you're looking at it as a doctor. You're feeling around, you're looking around, you're looking for areas that you can help them be better in these 3 categories. And so this is the first step to start moving up that value chain and creating more value, is looking at how is this impacting the indoor air quality, the health and safety, and any potential regulatory issues that they might be facing or exposing themselves to. And so in the next session, tomorrow, we'll get into the 3 main contributors we want to look at. But for today, just recognize that we want to get ourselves out of just selling products and services. And the first step is start looking at green cleaning and green practices. And the 3 primary things we want to look at is indoor air quality, health and safety, and regulatory compliance. Now, be sure to click in the link to the description below and sign up for our upcoming webinar. It's the 3 steps you need to grow your commercial cleaning business without being the low-cost provider and without having to cold call. So click the link below, and I'll see you in the